Hello, and welcome to the Vacaville Chamber of Commerce Movers and Shakers event. The City of Vacaville is pleased to present to you a look at what's happening in our great city. 2018 was a busy year for us. An aggressive economic development effort got the most attention, but a lot of good work in other departments was done by a lot of hardworking employees as well. Here are some of the highlights from 2018. A project some said would never happen, the East Main District, was officially unveiled in downtown Vacaville last year. This project is an 83-unit infill, mixed-use residential, commercial, retail development on 3 sites totaling 5.26 acres at the eastern end of Main Street. Most of the restaurant spaces have been leased in what is sure to be an iconic spot in our community. This project could have a major impact on the future of our downtown. Answering the call by residents for an organic, natural food store, Sprouts Farmers Market opened to much fanfare. 90% of their products are organic or natural, adding to a growing grocery shopping landscape in our city. Work was started on the newest hotel in Vacaville, the Hyatt Place at the Sunrise Event Center. This 78,000 square foot facility will feature 110 rooms, a pool, and other amenities. Downtown Vacaville enjoyed a renaissance of sorts, starting with the move of the Downtown Farmers Market from the 300 block of Main Street to the Creek Walk and School Street areas of Andrews Park. New leadership has brought a new perspective to the Downtown Vacaville Business Improvement District, and Executive Director Brooke Fox's impact can be seen and felt throughout the city's living room. Santana's Cantina opened its doors, serving street tacos and more, adding to a downtown and citywide dining scene that continues to grow. Finally, Theatre de Ville reopened with high hopes of becoming a viable, community-oriented theater featuring local acts and other entertainment options. One of the most exciting aspects of the past year was the impact of Measure M on our community. Several projects were completed. Some returned after a hiatus, and many others got a jump start towards becoming a reality. A number of street projects were undertaken by our Public Works Department, including a resurfacing of East Monte Vista Avenue near the Nut Tree Airport, as well as a section of Gibson Canyon Road. This much-needed work used a new process known as cold-in-place recycling. The process saves money, is more sustainable, and is environmentally friendly. A robust slurry seal program came back to life, an important aspect of street maintenance. In all, over $2 million was pumped into our local streets. Other Measure M items included $2 million for much-needed vehicle replacement, while over $500,000 was spent on repair and maintenance of the Walter Graham Aquatic Center. Community Services began the planning process for planning of a sports complex at the city's wastewater treatment facility near Elmira, completion of Owl Patch Park, and the Nelson Park Master Plan. Measure M has also boosted police staffing, adding more officers to the department and allowing Vacaville to maintain its reputation as one of the safest cities in California. Our City Council has approved another $6 million in capital expenditures in 2018 and 2019, which would be used for putting together plans for renovations to Three Oaks Community Center, parking lot repairs at Keating Park, and an update to the city's development code. Our housing market remains strong. Over the last 10 years, we've issued an average of 217 single-family home building permits annually in Vacaville. New housing developments approved include the farm at Alamo Creek, the Farmstead, Vanden Estates, a new office building on Mason Street, and more warehouse space in the Eubanks Drive area. Vacaville residents went to the polls on November 6, and Ron Roulette was sworn in on December 11, 2018, as the next mayor of the city of Vacaville. Mitch Mashburn was reelected, and Nolan Sullivan became a first-time council member, joining Diana Harris. Roulette's election meant there was an open seat on the council, which was filled when Raymond Beatty was sworn in on January 8, 2019. In 2 years, the makeup of the council will change again, as we transition from at-large elections to district elections in 2020. Improving communication with our residents is a priority heading into 2019 as well. A community engagement website is being developed. Our ongoing social media efforts, as well as the use of our television channel, radio station, and website continue. On the economic development front, efforts to attract more biotech and biotech-related businesses continue, including a trip to the annual Bio International Conference in Philadelphia later this year. Plans are under review for a movie theater restaurant complex and construction of almost 750,000 square feet of new warehouse distribution center space.
A strong economy means good things for our community. But while things are good now, we must always be prepared for whatever might transpire moving forward. One thing is certain, we must work together with our local partners as well as our county, regional, and state partners to help our city thrive economically, recreationally, and beyond.
Hi, I'm Vacaville Mayor Ron Roulette, and we've got a great team of employees in every department working hard to make Vacaville an amazing place to live. Yes, like every city, we have challenges, but we've worked hard to overcome those challenges, and we look forward to finding ways to stay ahead of the issues in our future. I believe our City Council will continue to stay focused on goals and do what's best for our residents so we can maintain a high quality of life. I hope that you have enjoyed this presentation, and we look forward to working with all of you as we continue to make Vacaville's future bright. Thank you.
Robert Burris. I am the president and CEO of the Solano Economic Development Corporation. Economic development is truly a team sport, and we've grown a relationship that we've had for many years with the Vacaville Chamber. We want to make sure that we're working in lockstep with the Chamber, our different visit groups and tourism groups throughout the region, and all of the jurisdictions and companies in Solano County. And that's really the way you grow an economy in the right way. And you make sure that the companies that are settled here, that are growing, continue to do so. Everybody has to work together from neighborhood to city to larger regional, even the state, to make sure that our areas are growing the right way, that we're promoting ourselves the right way, and that we're working in concert. Solano has an incredible message for the rest of the state, even the country and beyond. And we want to make sure that message gets out, that this is a fantastic place to grow a business and to live. Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic 2019. We're expecting a lot of announcements. We have a few announcements in the works that we're excited to talk about in the coming weeks. And we will look forward to continuing to work with the Chamber of Commerce in Vacaville on a lot of these and new projects coming up.
Darrell Hall is Executive Director of the Solano Transportation Authority. We are in the historic Suisun Amtrak Station. It's a beautiful Suisun city, but by the waterfront. Yeah, we're the agency that works with Caltrans. We're comprised of all the cities in the county in partnership. We work on planning programs, projects, deliver projects, offer programs such as Safe Routes to Schools, Slide Mobility, and such. Yeah, the last couple of years have been very productive. We've had, a lot of senior and disabled settlements. We've had a lot of planning. We've helped with Vacaville deliver the Jepson Parkway. New train station opened up in the Vacaville Fairfield area. Have a lot of transit services. We started the Blue Line that serves Vacaville, connects Vacaville to BART, to Sacramento. Part of the challenge for a lot of our folks that are working here and working outside is how do they get that last mile, that first mile connected to transit. So we entered into a partnership with Lyft, where we have a subsidized Lyft that they can take that last mile for them to get off the train or get off the bus. Get to their place of employment, and it's partially subsidized by us. The newest project in the Vacaville area is the Vacaville Interchange, which is on 505. It's an important project for the city, help create jobs, and we're working with the city to finish the last segment of Jepson Parkway, so we'll talk about that. So those are three big projects in the Vacaville. I think that's the different types of issues we're working on. We have a very proactive board made up of the mayor of Vacaville, different mayors. They're very proactive. They like to get projects done. They see challenges, they ask us, let's get involved, do something about it. So it's just the diversity. It's also a beautiful business, right? Right in the middle of the mega region of Northern California, close to San Francisco, Napa, and other areas, but it's a nice area with a lot of stuff.
Sure, my name is Roland Sanford. I'm the General Manager of the Solano County Water Agency. One of the projects that I'm a personal favorite of mine is we are looking at utilizing the Puget South Canal. Every year we clean out the Puget South Canal sediment. We are looking at utilizing that sediment now as something to do stream restoration work with. It's certainly a little different than your traditional water supply project, but it's kind of where we are today. The discipline of water resources, and I'd say water agencies, has changed dramatically from simply water supply or flood control to resource management. And this project is an example of resource management. Prior to the Solano project, there were serious groundwater overdraft situations in the county. Agriculture was certainly greatly limited because of that. With the Solano project, you corrected that groundwater overdraft situation, which allowed agriculture to expand on the scale that we saw, since the 1950s, and that water supply being so reliable has allowed for urban development and economic growth. Businesses like Genentech across the street from us, they needed assurances that there was a good, high-quality water supply. Another good example, and it's been around here for a while, is Budweiser. Budweiser located here, and their facilities are geared to the water quality of Lake Berryessa. That was a big deal to bring them in.
My name is Heather Henry. I am the President and Executive Director of the Workforce Development Board of Solano County. So workforce development is, in my opinion, really where community development and economic development meet. So we do a lot of work both to provide direct services to job seekers and businesses in our community around the concept of talent, and we also do a lot of systems level work to try and make sure that our county has a strong talent infrastructure to support our business needs. We see a variety of different types of job seekers, anyone from an entry-level person to somebody who's been working 20 years in the field and has a master's degree or a graduate level degree. On average, we see about 5,000 individuals a year, and that is through our universal services, and that's just kind of basic helping somebody with interview process or with their job search in general. And then for those that we help more intensively, where we do the training or the intensive job coaching, last year we served about 450. What really appealed to me about workforce development, one of the best quotes I ever heard, is the best social program is a job. And in order to be able to get that job that really helps sustain your family, that helps sustain the way of life that you want to live, having a strong self-sufficient wage that you can do that is really important. On the flip side, businesses also need a strong talent in order to be able to grow. They need it in order to be able to remain competitive in the industry. And workforce development provides us the opportunity to do both of those and see both sides of the fence, both supply and demand. What really attracted me to Solano County is that we have a very unique county, that we have amazing 7 cities. They each have different cultural approaches. They each have different ways of doing things, and that diversity and that difference in approach and thought is what I think makes our county strong. And so one of the things that I really look forward to here in Solano County is how we can leverage that strength to really grow our entire economic base.
Hi, I'm Celia Esposito-Noy, Superintendent President at Solano Community College. What you're about to see are just a few of our outstanding programs that we offer at the college. These are programs that are great for our local students, but also attract students from all over. It's a great opportunity for businesses to see what we can offer you and your employees and what kind of workforce you could potentially recruit from this area. And don't forget, we're one of the few community colleges that offers a bachelor's degree in biomanufacturing right here in Vacaville.
I'm Karen Cook, and this is Doing What Matters for Jobs in Solano County. Today we had our guest tour the facilities that we have recently built, which is the Solano College Makerspace, the welding area, and the new advanced manufacturing facility that has robotics, CNC, electronics, PLCs, and all kinds of great equipment to train people for high-tech jobs. The Doing What Matters for Jobs in Solano County started almost 3 years ago with an initiative from the Solano College Faculty Association with a grant from the California Teachers Association. We partnered with the Solano College District, the Napa Solano Labor Council, the Workforce Development Board, and we put together a steering committee to organize these events. We had a meeting that brought all the stakeholders together, from students, teachers, K-12, elected officials, employers, and we asked them, what do you think is important for a strong workforce for Solano County? We put all of that information together, and this is the result here.
For us to have this opportunity to partner with the college around the industrial makerspace and things that can help some of our clients get their foot in the door with some of our manufacturers and fill that need is a great thing.
We're very excited to have students come and enroll in these programs in career technical education.
I'm Rusty Mays. I'm one of the instructors here at the Solano Community College Aeronautics program here at the Nut Tree Airport. Here at Solano Community College, we really see them thrive and learn. We have a 100% pass rate with their examiner.
I'm Kevin Spolstra, instructor, Solano Community College Aeronautics. At Solano Community College Aeronautics program, we teach the students aviation maintenance. We teach them the general subjects, the airframe subjects, and the power plant subjects. The students will also be prepared to pass their multiple tests from the FAA. At Solano Community College, we also have a partnership with Delta Airlines. Through Delta Tech Ops, students that complete the program, they will be considered for employment as an aviation maintenance technician.
Hi, Christine Manny, full-time instructor at Solano College Theater. Have you ever been interested in coming into theater? Come over to Solano College and find out what it's all about. You can take classes, you can be involved in many different ways, and just come talk with us. Check us out at www.solano.edu/theater.
We have everything that an automotive shop would have, or even a dealership would have.
If you guys are interested in automotive at all, go to Solano Community College. Check out the automotive program. It can be a career path for you, just like what I'm doing, or it could be an extreme hobbyist, an enthusiast.
If you really like cars and learning stuff all the time, then this is the best place to go.
The 21st century is going to be the century of biotechnology. Most everything that you do will be affected by this field. We right now are concentrating on making new medicines, and the biotech industry makes medicines to treat diseases for which there are no treatments. You have to continue to move, continue to grow, continue to learn new things, and you can do that in this field. In the end, you may save somebody's little boy like the previous generation did for our family.
What we're trying to build here is relationships between the high school, from elementary school on to college and beyond. Each of you isn't worth investing in, all right?
This biotech program here in Vacaville is stellar. I mean, the technology, the instrumentation, the professors. I tell you, when I went to Cal, I was in a classroom with 200 kids, and so I was just a number. Not to say that higher education isn't good and valuable, but when you go to a community college that's affordable and accessible, and your professors are accessible, it brings such value, and I've never had a better education than here at Solano Community College, and I'm excited about getting my bachelor's here.
Vacaville is a great community, and the schools in Vacaville are a reflection of this great community and the people that live here. I actually consider one of my most important duties as a superintendent is to hire the right person and put them in the right place. When I talk about leading with heart, it means we're leading with our whole being. It's something that we're very passionate about. This isn't just a job, and it's much more than a career. This is something that we all really believe is part of our life and part of who we are. We really feel that it's important to recognize the fact that every student is unique, and as much as possible, we have to try to offer everything we can to every student.
So our schools are not a cookie cutter approach. Our students come with different skills, different needs, different desires, and it's really our job to create a system that can include all of them. We have to have choices. We have to have different types of schools and different types of programs within a school so students can find their way, find something that feels comfortable, find something that motivates and excites them, because we know that's the best way to get them to their highest potential.
How students feel has a tremendous impact on what they will learn, how they will learn. You have to create that safe and caring learning environment. Without that, students can't focus on the learning.
We are a Wildcat, Bulldog, King's household. As my kids got older, they each found that as individuals, what felt good to them was very different from each other. And I'm very grateful that I live in a school district where there are options and a district that supports kids in being individuals and finding a place that feels right to them.
So I think we really need to give kids, when they leave high school, more than a diploma. And what that more is the skills and ability and understanding of what they want to do after high school. So the term that gets used a lot is college and career ready, and all that says to me is skills. Our students need the skills necessary to be able to be successful when they go to college or when they go into a career, and the skills for careers are every bit as rigorous as the skills for college. Career technical education has been a big focus for our district. We've invested a lot of money into our facilities and our staff related to pathways. We call them career pathways. To determine a pathway, we needed a couple of things. We needed the business community to tell us that there was a need in that particular area, and we needed students who were really interested in that area. And through that, we've come up with 11 that really work for our students in our schools. We came up with the pathways that are important to Solano County. There are jobs here in our county. So we've created an opportunity for students at one school to be able to go to a different school to take a particular pathway. So a student at Vacaville High School can go to Wilsey Wood and take automotive technology, or a student at Buckingham can go to Vaca High and take medical science. It's really created more opportunities for more students. So if a student is a CTE pathway completer, they get a special cord that they wear at graduation, and it means they passed the classes that were related to that field. They did 20 hours of work experience. They got the certificates that industry holds, and they did a portfolio at the end to show all that they've learned. So it really is meaningful. Project Inspire is one of the great things we have, and it's a great partnership with our city, with Chamber of Commerce, and what that allows is 8th grade students and 10th grade students to get some very hands-on experience talking to people directly in industry. And again, in this town, it's just wonderful to have 50 different businesses open their doors to students and show them how they do things from biotech to firemen. One of the best ways to measure college ready is how well a student does in a college level course. And there's lots of different ways we give for our students to be able to do that. Some is through the community college. We have a program called VEX, which is Vacaville Early College High School, that when students leave high school, they're leaving with nearly an AA degree from college. So they're leaving as a college sophomore or a college junior. Advanced placement programs, which all of our schools have, is another way that students can get college credit. We have 21 advanced placement courses in our district, and now there's so many different choices. There's AP Studio Art, AP Economics, AP Government, and with that different students who have different aptitude or different interests can try an AP course. I always encourage students to take the course, take the test. Just by going through that process, they're more prepared for college.
We started elementary with early learning foundations, and what we mean by that is teaching students how to be learners, to conduct their own research, problem solve, come to their own conclusions. It's no longer enough just to teach students facts, but we have to empower them to become very high-level learners and become critical thinkers.
The advantage of learning coding in elementary is that there's a foundation that's built upon. Students first learn how to code, and then they apply using the actual robots. So they get to code, then they get to see what their coding actually produces. And the fact that they are the ones manipulating the program really makes them, one, learn, and two, understand what coding is about. Technology is important because it's out in the world. It's used all the time and everywhere, but it's also important because students have to learn how to use it as a tool, not as a toy. Collaboration nowadays doesn't mean that two students are sitting together. It means two students could be in different parts of the school, and one is doing part of the assignment over here, and the other one's doing part of the assignment over here through the Chromebook or through technology. And that's how our global economy works.
We really want our students to think of themselves as scientists. So if we can lay the foundation in elementary school for thinking like a scientist, it really lays the groundwork for the types of things that they're learning in middle school and high school.
We're trying to focus on science not being another subject, but making it a hands-on experience for students where they explore the learning on their own. It's really the students thinking, and science is in everything that we do, whether it's natural sciences with the garden, or something mechanical, the Lego Mindstorms building something, or even with coding. So there are so many avenues that all types of students could really be engaged with, and they use it in their everyday lives anyways. We're just applying it to the educational forum now.
So one of our areas of focus is math, because math skills are going to be in those jobs that we talked about, and we really don't want to have excuses about math.
One of the big ways we're doing that is focusing on a growth mindset with our students. And a growth mindset is important because a lot of students come in to math thinking that they're either good or bad in math. And we want them to think that no matter where they are in their ability level, that they can get better. The other piece that we're focusing on is the productive struggle. And we want students to persevere through difficult problems. When kids have exposure to difficult problems in elementary school, they're not afraid of math. They're not afraid to take difficult courses like they'd see in high school, such as algebra, trigonometry, calculus. So we're really laying the foundation for them to see themselves as mathematicians. The more that they can see that the harder I work, the better things are for me, and that they have some strategies to be able to solve their problems, really kind of institutes the idea for them that they can get through things that are difficult. And I think that's a life skill.
Again, we want our students, when they walk across that stage at graduation, to have a path and a plan. They know what they're going to do next, and that's really important. But we don't want to forget about the things they do while they're at school, because there's a lot of other skills to learn. There's how to be compassionate, how to be kind to each other, how to work together as a team, how to participate in some service learning, how to give back.
We really want to develop the whole child into respectful leaders. So, for example, in our school, we do service learning projects at every grade level, from kindergarten to 8th grade, and we find that our students love it.
Service above self works everywhere. I would like to have all of my students leave this campus with a sense of the ability to communicate with other people, to understand differing perspectives, to feel a sense of ownership for their community, and a sense of value that leads to them giving back and kind of paying it forward.